Hi and welcome to day 39 of counting the Omer. Netzach within Yesod. Yesod is our foundation. It's the root and the sacral chakra together in a way. When the foundation is not strong and balanced and purified, we will go around feeling unsafe within this world and within our relationships. It will feel unsafe to share our creative force, our sexuality. We will feel unsafe within our bodies. But when this is balanced, when this is strong and healthy and all the blockages have been removed from the sacral area and the root, there will be this sense of having stability in life, feeling stable within, emotionally, mentally, physically. The energy in the body will feel stable. You will go around in life feeling safe, feeling rooted, feeling grounded. Your nervous system will feel balanced. It will be easy to go to sleep, have a rest, have a nap when you need it, and it will be easy to use your body, use your energy, move when it's needed. And when it comes to relationship, if this is fully healed, you will feel a deep connection with another human being. You will feel safe within the relationship. You will feel loved because you are already love. You have already healed your insecurities. So there will be this sense of, I am good enough, I am safe within this world, I have what I need. You will feel content and safe. Together with the Netzach energy. Netzach can be related to the willpower and our endurance, which is often connected with the solar plexus. The chakra, solar plexus. And when this is purified and strong and healthy, you will feel that you have this strength to move forward and to bring your creativity into the world. To show the world who you are. To speak out when you need to say no when it's needed from you. And you will be, if together with the hood energy, I feel like the hood and Netzach, when they are both in harmony and in this purified state, they are working together in the solar plexus. Because the hood energy brings the humbleness and the softness and the feminine's ability to surrender and to wait and to allow, while the masculine Netzach energy knows when to move forward, when to step towards our goals. And when we connect those, when we connect the sacral area with the solar plexus, the right hip in the Netzach, and we allow that willpower and that endurance to move towards something, we feel powerful. We feel like, wow, there's so much power within me. And there's so much joy in sharing my creativity, my life force. I have this endurance to work myself through blockages or through obstacles in my relationships. I'm not running away from the responsibility. I see an obstacle as something which is either a block in that person or within myself that can be released and healed. And I can use that Netzach energy to do so. As I've been talking about earlier, life happens. And we can't control life. We can have ideas about where we want, what we want to create, what we want to do. And we can move towards that and share it with joy and love and care and happiness. But there also has to be this quality of surrender to life and all the unknown aspects in life. Because as I shared yesterday, that this week I'm working with healing those blockages, healing those wounds within my sacral and root. And when I do that, I need to kind of surrender to the time it takes to cross over or to heal it and to be able to let go and move on from that. Because our experiences, they create the reality in a way, the felt and experienced reality in the moment. And either we can be trapped by that, or we can really go inside and take the time it takes to release it. And what happens then when our root and our sacral and our solar plexus is healed and all the blockages are being removed, the Shakti energy, the life force energy that just wants to lift us, to move, it will rise up to the heart. And there will be this Kundalini awakening. Then suddenly you have a totally different experience of life. This is what happened to me when I was meditating during my cancer treatment. Suddenly my whole life shifted. I could be trapped in fear and feeling insecure and scared of dying, but I didn't, because suddenly my soul entered and took over my whole experience in a way. And I realized that that is the truth of who I am. And that became my reality. That became how I perceived life at that time. And of course, after that, after those months where I was just vibrating and living in this experience of the heart and love and that river of love that I've been talking about, the truth, the essence of who we are, that endless unconditional love from within, and that feeling of joy, which is also Netzach. The archangel working with that is Haniel, the angel of joy. So it can be so much fun sharing our gifts, being out there, working, doing, creating, bringing ideas into fruition. But if our lower chakras are blocked, we will not have that experience. It will be experience of exhaustion or fear. Maybe we think that we are not good enough, that we are not worthy, that we don't have enough wisdom, or we simply just feel insecure. I remember in the beginning when I was starting to have workshops and retreats, that was truly my experience. Every time I was teaching, I felt insecure because my foundation wasn't built yet. I didn't have the experience I needed in a way. And I was going around with this feeling or this fear that I wasn't good enough, that I didn't have enough to bring out into the world. But then I brought myself into the wisdom that was there, the wisdom of who I truly am, the truth of who I am, the essence, that light, that explosion of light and love. And then I remember that this is my only mission, that's what I really want to talk about and remind people of, and to bring people into that truth. And as long as I have that experience, I am good enough, I am worthy. To talk about these things. Because I lived in that state for months, so I know. And then of course life makes me humble, to human suffering when suddenly all my shadows started to come up. And that's often what happens when we awaken to our own light, to the truth, to the essence within. Everything that is not in alignment with that, everything that doesn't vibrate in that truth will be shown to us. And it will constantly keep us feeling that I'm not fully there yet, because right now I feel quite scared, or I feel very insecure, or I don't feel like I have enough. If we don't have stability in money, in relationships, in where we live and things like this, it will constantly trigger our feeling of insecurity. If we have imbalances within our root chakra and sacral chakra, in the Yesod, if our foundation is not strong and we in general don't feel safe within ourselves, we will project that out into the people around us, into our partner, into our friends, into our work situation, into lack of money. I don't feel safe because I don't have enough money. Things like this. Of course, there are basic needs for us to feel this stability in a way. If you're living in a war zone, of course you don't feel stable and secure within yourself because your life is threatened. And it's the same thing if you don't have enough money to buy yourself food and shelter for yourself and your family, of course you won't feel stable and safe. Or if you're living in an abusive relationship where there's mentally abuse or sexually abuse or physically abuse in any kind, emotionally abuse, of course you won't feel stable. So there has to be a balance in a way in your internal life and your external life. But there will always be people and situations that will have this potential to push you out of your comfort zone. That's life. We can't control it. We can have this idea, if I only just manifest this for myself, then I will feel good. If I just do that, I will feel good. But where is this really coming from? Blockages, wounds, traumas, unhealed parts of ourselves, past lives, karmic influences, samskaras that's there, keeping us in this circle, going around, having the same experience again and again and again and again and again with new people. The beautiful thing is that the more we take the time to do this inner work and to heal those parts of ourselves, our life experience change, our perception of who we are, why we are here, God, other people, our perception of that will change. And there will be this increased feeling of secure stability, safety, creativity, power, energy, vitality, flow, connection, healthy sexuality or intimacy, freedom, love, so much love. When this is cleared, the Shakti moves upwards, enters the heart, and there will be this explosion of love, and you will feel this. Even though you're alone, even though you don't have a partner, or you're living all by yourself in the woods, or even though you are working in the same office after 20 years, you will have this feeling that I'm satisfied. I'm vibrating in love. I'm happy. I love my work. I love the people working there. You can just be in your life as it is without having all these feelings that something is wrong, something is missing. I need to do this, I need to fix that, I have to work with this or that. These ideas we have that we need to shift something, heal something, work with something, it comes from these wounds. It comes from the blockages in our lower chakras that manifest into the higher chakras as well. It blocks our third eye. If we don't feel safe within ourselves, within our body, with our voice, our throat chakra will be blocked. It will not be easy to share the truth and to speak out loud if we are terrified that we are not good enough. Unhealthy attachments will be there. It will be very hard to let go because we have this idea that I can't be alone. Then I will die. That's how it felt with me before I left my partner, my ex-partner. It felt like I would die. Just the thought of being alone was so terrifying. if we go around feeling that something is lacking, something is missing, I'm not happy, I need something to make me happy, it's pointing downwards into your root, sacral, and solar plexus. And then you may ask, but what can I do with that, Yes, this is my experience, that something is wrong all the time and I need to fix it and I need to heal it and I need to work with it, and something is missing. What's missing is this feeling of vibrating in love all the time. How can what can we do? It's about awareness. It's about being conscious and taking the responsibility. It's about allowing those mirrors to show us that it's really about us. It's not about them. If we are having this experience, it's because of us. And then we need to look inside. Is there some experience in my past that is causing me to be stuck in this unbalanced sacral chakra? First, that's the first step, becoming aware of it. Stop blaming others. Stop blaming life. Seeing where you are recreating the past. That's step number 1. And then we need to empty that. Think about it as a glass of hour where the sand is pouring into that area. So we need to kind of release it emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, from our bodies, from our mind, from our emotions. And what can release this is love. So we need to find a practice that brings us into essence. And then we need to start looking how our lives are actually changing after this awareness. How our behavior is changing. How a situation that we before got really triggered by suddenly don't have this effect on you anymore. And then we need to prioritize joy, which is also really the Netzach energy. Have fun in life. And if you don't remember how it is to play and have fun and not taking things so seriously, make a list. I remember I shared something on Facebook about maybe a year ago or something. And that's really the Netzach energy, remember what brought you this experience of joy. Where do you feel like you're in flow? Where you tap into this creative movement. I tap into this when I teach. I can have so much fun. I tap into this when I go into ceremonies with my friends. Like we're going into shamanic experiences and ceremonies. I can have so much fun. We're laughing and, we're not taking it so seriously. We're just allowing what comes through to come through. I tap into that flow then, this joy. I can feel joy when I'm dancing. I can feel joy when I'm creating a picture, working with colors. I can feel so much joy when I walk into nature or when I go out into the ocean. Oh my God, I think that's maybe one of my most pleasurable moments, when I feel the water embracing my physical body. I can feel so much joy when I spend time with a good friend. I can feel so much joy when I'm making love. So much pleasure. And when I'm moving my body. So now I have a picture of my children, when we are playing, or I can feel such a sensation of joy when I'm watching them having fun. Then I share their experience in a way, their excitement and their joy. And there is this feeling when I have this goal that I'm working towards, if there is something I really want to create, like a workshop or a holiday, a journey, a travel, whatever. And I feel like suddenly, wow, now I'm actually doing it. That's the feeling of victory and joy, which is also the Netzach. So we are using the creative power from the Yesod and mixing it with the Netzach, masculine movement energy. Allowing the willpower and the endurance and the joy to run like a river down into the sacral area. I'm filling it up like a giant pool with this feeling of joy, allowing the joy to heal, fill in, create movements. Create stability and strength. The tree of life and the Sephiroths can't really, we can't look at it as directly linked to the chakra system, because they are kind of working within every chakra, because they are aspects of God. So we can bring all those aspects of God into every chakra in a way. So even though they are pictured with having different areas in the body, yes, you can feel that energy flow from the keter, the crown, and down through your head and into your shoulders and heart and belly and hip and root, sacral. You can feel that flowing through in a way. But at the same time, I think we need to remember that this is really aspects of God being purified within. And of course, the chakra system is kind of the same. It's aspects of God, and the planets are working and having influences on our chakra system, things like this. But it's a slightly different in a way. So if we look at Yesod as an aspect of God, like we are created in the picture of God, there is this godly aspect in us that wants to create life. And the more we purify it, the more one we become with the godly, higher self, creative power. And because all the other aspects are purified, our ego mind and all the fears, everything is shed. It's no longer there influencing us. What I see then when I tap into that is just pure light moving. It's the life force itself. It's like being within a flower that spirals upwards and flourishing into beautiful colors. There is no blocks or anything holding that flower to grow or move upwards, spirals through the soil and into the trunk, and then opening up into this beautiful, beautiful flower, which is who you truly are. That's the godly aspect of Yesod. It's just this moving life force. Shakti within, this spiraling, endless movement that creates. And merged and mixed with the Netzach, it's a sensation of pure joy in movement. Because there's nothing holding you back from creation, from creating. Then it's not so important it's not, the people are not so important anymore. It's just about power. Yeah. It's not even about how it looks like on the outside. If you're thinking about, I'm like in a flower right now, very interesting feeling. It's not about the expression even about it. It's about the energy moving inside the flower. the essence within that makes it expand into life, opening up. It's the fluid within the flower that gives life force into the leaves, into the petals, into the colors. It's this fluid. It's like having a giant ocean and you take out one drop and that drop starts to move and create life. So it's not really personal. It's not really about you. It's about the life force which is within your body, which is not really so personal either. It's just that it's moving through a body which is personalized and full of patterns and conditions. And when it moves through that, it, because of those past experiences and the moment you were born and your past lives and all of those things, it gives you a certain experience and a certain expression. But in its purest form, it has absolutely nothing to do with your personality or your soul. It's just life force, which is God. And then when you have some gifts and some ideas and some personalized ideas how you want to give room to that life force, then it has a certain expression. But also that, also the Netzach can be just pure joy and not personalized. It doesn't need to be about your gifts or your ideas about what direction you want to move into. If you're able to tap completely into God essence, you will just be a flower. And you will be able to fully let go of all your personality because it doesn't even matter anymore. You don't have to be anyone. You don't have to do anything. Yeah. And then you tap into this and you bring that into life and see what happens. A life without struggle. Yeah. Hopefully I was able to bring you a transmission of that because I completely tapped into it. And right now I'm sitting with so much joy and life force and moving energy. And such a release that, nothing really matters. It's not important. I will die when I die. I'm just here, like a flower, making the world a little bit more beautiful. For those who wants to see and for those who wants to hear. And for those people who choose to just walk by and not noticing me, that's perfectly fine. I don't need anyone's attention when I'm tapping into this. Of course, I have some certain needs. I need some food now and then, and I need to drink. and I need a roof so I don't freeze during winter. But that's really all I need. Everything else is taken care of. That's freedom. When we find that we don't really need anything else or anyone else. Ooh la la, what a nice feeling. I hope I succeeded in a way to give you a transmission of that. And if not, it will come. I wish you all the best. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.